Hey homeschoolers, today we'll be looking at some books that you can add to your Robinson curriculum today on Homeschool Chronicles. Alright, welcome back. Today we've got some books here that they're not part of the curriculum, but you can add them to your curriculum. It's good to add books if you need a break from the curriculum or if you want to substitute something. I've heard some people don't like certain books, like some of the Horatio Alger books or whatever, or if they don't have the Henty books, then you can get these books, and these can substitute or add to your curriculum. So here I have the Odyssey is actually one of the extra books in the curriculum, but we've got the Odyssey and the Iliad translated by W.H.D. Rouse. So we got these at the bookstore. They're like $8.95 and $7.95 Canadian each at Indigo, and these ones are a fairly easy looking translation to read. Some translations look like poetry with Homer, but this one looks like just a regular book to read. So this one here I would recommend. Of the Homers, the Odyssey and the Iliad. So those are good. And here we have Jules Verne's Around the World in 80 Days from Penguin, complete and unabridged. Penguin Popular Classics. We probably got this at a thrift store, so that's pretty good. And that's a classic book there. And inside they got a list of other classics you could find too in the Penguin Classics. Penguin Classics are good. And we've got The Secret Garden. This one here is it's a production of the stage musical. They reprinted this book when the musical came to Toronto. But it's just the original Secret Garden, right? So the Penguin edition. They just put a new cover with Mervish Productions on there. And so that's it. And then so we've got an extra here, Flowers for Algernon. This particular copy here I've had since I was in high school, because we read this in grade 9 in high school. So Flowers for Algernon is a good book by Daniel Keyes, and it's about a boy that they cure his he's sort of slow, right? Mentally slow. And they cure him, and then he becomes like a super genius, and then he starts losing it. But it's a good read. Definitely recommend it. And we've got next we've got a double edition here, Black Beauty and Call of the Wild by Jack London. Jack London wrote some good books. Call of the Wild is good if they like animals. There's a lot of there's some illustrations in here, and then when you get to the middle, it turns upside down, and then you have Black Beauty in the other half. So it's one of those types of where you got to turn it over, but 2 in 1, so that's pretty good. And here's another one, The Hardy Boys, The Great Airport Mystery. So this one here was a gift from my grandmother I've had this since 1975. So, because I read it with my grandmother in 1975. So this is when I was learning to read. So these are good books for the Robinson curriculum, because they have the Tom Swift books, right? And speaking of Tom Swift, the ones that are in the curriculum are from the original Tom Swift. These were 99 cents, I think. These Tom Swift ones are from the 1960s series, because there's ones that from the 1910s, which are the ones in the curriculum, but then these you could add to the curriculum. These I used to read these as when I was a kid in the 70s. These Tom Swift books, I would definitely recommend them. They got some illustrations in them too, so they're good, and they have a lot of science related stuff in them, stories in them and stuff. So it's good science fiction for kids. And we also have, so that was Tom Swift and his electric hydrolung and his Repellitron Skyway. But they've got a series of 29 here, 28 there, 29 on the back of that. You can find out all those. You can collect them all. And then we have In Their Own Words, From Scholastic, we got a book on Thomas Edison. So it's from Scholastic. So this is from like the school. They provide school. They sell books to kids at schools and stuff. But so these are pretty good. Usually, they give you some historical information about Thomas Edison's, his life and everything that he did. That's by George Sullivan. So I guess that's it for today. Next time, tune in next time, and we'll have more book hauls as well. And so like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And we'll see you next time on Homeschool Chronicles.